Hey guys, here's what we're going to be making today. It is this little Smore plush, and I think that's what it's called. I don't actually know what these things are, but I've seen a lot of like pictures of them and stuff on the internet, and it's like, I think it's an American thing, correct me if I'm wrong. But yeah, so many of you guys requested this, but it was requested most recently by Eclipse Gem 9812. So thank you so much for requesting this. And I'm just going to go ahead and get started with the tutorial. For this tutorial, you'll need felt in the colours white, brown and cream. These same colours in thread, fabric scissors, a sewing needle and some stuffing. Now, I don't have a template for this tutorial because the shapes are all really basic. So I'm just going to show you what you need to cut out. So we're going to need 4 square pieces out of the cream coloured felt and 2 squares from the brown coloured felt. And these all need to be the exact same size. Then we also need to cut out 10 little circles. I had to count them there. 10 little white circles, and we need to be able to get 4 circles on each square. And also 4 rectangular pieces. And this piece basically needs to be the circumference of the circle, so just guess it or do the diameter times 3.14. Then the last thing we need to cut out is just these 2 tiny circular pieces, and these are going to be for the eyes. Now once all the pieces are cut out, we can start sewing. So thread your needle with brown thread and then use a fell stitch to attach these 2 circular pieces onto one of the square pieces. And then use the same colour thread to sew on a little mouth. I do have a video on how to do this if you're unsure, so I will link it in the description below. Next we're going to make the chocolate piece. So take your 2 brown squares and place them back to back. Then using the same thread as before, we're going to sew around 3 of the sides using a blanket stitch. Then add some stuffing and sew up the 4th side. So here's what that looks like. And now we're going to do the same thing for the top and bottom pieces. Once you've done that, it should look like this. And now we're going to make the marshmallows. So to make one marshmallow, you need 2 circles and 1 rectangle. And we're just going to sew the rectangle around the circumference of the circle using a blanket stitch, and then sew the other circle on top. Of course, remember to add some stuffing, and they should turn out something like this. So as you can see, I've made 4 little marshmallows, but you can actually do 2 if you like. But if you do 2, then it goes diagonally, but I'm going to do 1 on each corner. Okay, so now that we have all of our pieces, you just need to attach everything together. So you can see I've stacked them up like this, and it goes with a bottom piece, then the chocolate piece, then the 4 marshmallow pieces, which you can see are in like a square shape, and then this piece on top. And now how we're going to attach them together is we're just going to thread our needle with thread that's the same colour as this piece. And you need to start at the top and go all the way through and then all the way back and through and back, and you need to pull it really, really tight so that it doesn't come off. Sorry, this is hard to explain, but I'm going to try and do a little bit of it in front of the camera so you guys can see what I'm doing. Okay, so to start off, you need to take your bottom piece and then take your thread, which is threaded with the same colour. And now because we don't want to show the end of the thread, you're going to put it in the side that's going to be hidden inside the plush. So just put your needle in like this at around this point. I'm not sure how to describe it, but you can probably see. And I'm actually going to make a couple stitches here because you see this knot is so small, so we need to secure it a little better than by just using the knot. So just do some little tiny stitches as small as you can, because obviously we don't want it to be that visible on the other side. And then put your needle through as if you were like, sorry you can't see, I forgot to show you, as if you were like tying off the end or something. So just tie a knot, but then don't cut the thread off, obviously. So now this is secured pretty good. And now what I'm going to do is I'm going to take my chocolate piece, which is the next piece up, and I'm going to put it on here, and I'm going to put my thread through the chocolate piece all the way through in the same place. So it's like, wee, look, it's attached. Sorry, I know I'm doing a lot of this on camera, off camera, because it's kind of hard. But see how that's through there now, and that's pulled really tight. And now I'm going to go back. I'm just doing this to make it so it's like really secure. Oops. And then back through it again. Again, try to make your stitches in the same place so that you don't have like messy stitching on the back of the s'more. Okay, now we have that on the back and this on the front. Now we're going to do the same thing with the marshmallow. Just exactly what I've done with the chocolate, and then the same thing again for the top piece. So here is what it looks like once you've done all of that. You have the bottom piece, the chocolate, the marshmallow, and then the top piece. And now all we need to do is add the other marshmallows. So you can see that there's this like massive stitch in the middle, but that's fine because it's going to be covered up. So what I did, I went all the way down and then I poked it through diagonally and made this massive stitch and then down again. So my thread is coming out the bottom right now. And now I'm just going to put my second marshmallow in. This part is actually quite fiddly, which is why I'm having problems doing it in front of the camera. But you guys should be fine doing this as long as you can just sit and hold it normally. So I'm just going to make a stitch again. And I would recommend doing about 2 or 3 stitches when you do this because you don't want it to come apart. So then again, we're just going to do the exact same thing for the remaining 2 marshmallows. And as I said before, you don't have to do 4 marshmallows if you don't want to, because when I like searched up pictures of s'mores on the internet, some of them had only 2 marshmallows and some of them had like 1 massive marshmallow. So if you prefer to do that, then it's exactly the same method, you just need to, you know, cut different shapes. So yeah, I do prefer doing 4 though, because do you know when you're sewing up and down to attach them? I can show you, look. You see how I have now these 4 little sort of dints in the fabric? Because obviously that's why I've sewn and I'm pulling it quite tight. I just think that that makes it look good because it looks like a little biscuit or something. I don't actually know what s'mores are, is that bad? I know they have chocolate and marshmallows in, but I've never actually seen anybody eat such a thing. Okay, so just pull the needle through and then obviously you actually might need a pair of pliers to do this. I've been using my pliers because my fingers won't do it. So yeah, you just end off your thread as you normally would do, and then you are finished. So here is a better view of the finished plush. I think this one turned out really cute, and I like how there's so many different variations of things you can do with this. So I would really like to make some more in the future if I have some time. But yeah, thank you so much for watching this video, and thank you guys also for being so patient with me, for not uploading as many tutorials and things, because I'm just really busy at the moment and I'm trying so hard to sew as much as I can because you guys are awesome. Oh gosh, I kind of missed the camera. Where's the camera gone? There we are. Sorry, I'm being kind of weird. But yeah, so if you make this plush, then please leave me a video response so I can see it. I really do love watching all your video responses, and request more tutorials in the comments below. So thank you for watching. Bye guys.